offense, they've been rolling hard. They look great, better than last year. Defense, we're looking great. Tuning up, fine-tuning things, so we're just ready to go get after it.
What is the dynamic with the defensive line without Michael Toots out there? Obviously you're still kind of recovering from the surgery. What has sort of the energy been like? How have you guys made up for his absence?
Just going hard every day, knowing that he would rather try not to complain about the little things, knowing he would rather be out there dealing with that. So we, like I've said in previous interviews, a lot of our guys are ready, so it was kind of like a next guy up mentality. Joe Moore, he's ready to go and strapped and loaded, so we're ready.
Coach Rod, always talking about doing things right and just getting drills right. But with that, from the start of fall camp to now, how do you feel the younger guys on the defensive line have evolved?
Progressed.
Yeah.
They're still getting the hang of it. Coach Rod's technique and what he teaches is not easy. So with the help of us and him, we'll help them progress during the year and going forward.
They were just talking to Merlin and Kyle in there. What's it like having, obviously, those guys with experience as well behind you, calling out the defense, helping you guys get lined up if you need to?
It's great. I love playing with them behind them. But Coach Rod, that's another thing with Coach Rod. We need to be lining ourselves up. He makes us not depend on anybody. So as a D-line collectively, we're pretty smart. We don't really need the linebackers for anything. Close calls, everything. We're on that as the D-line. But I love with them playing behind us. Great guys.
Going back to spring, Robbie's been kind of a special focus of Coach Rod, and just where have you seen the growth from him in spring to where he is now?
Just his maturity and his love for the game, wanting to be more of a student. He's being more of a student than just going out there and just freelancing, you know what I'm saying, actually trying and doing what Coach Rod is saying. So he's been more of a student lately, and has been helping him. He's been kicking ass. Dude's a beast.
And so obviously the great physical tools that he has and that freak strength, so you're seeing more of that kind of well-rounded game.
Yes.
Do you think that he's in a position to contribute on the line this year?
Of course, yes. Yeah, he'll be on the travel squad. He'll be with us, 100%.
And what do you think during camp your biggest areas of growth have been?
Biggest areas of growth, just staying level-headed throughout the play, I would say. Gaining that next play mentality, not getting in my head about the last play, just next play, and just keep on playing, I would say. That would be my most improved area, I would say.
And then what about goals for the season for yourself and then for the team as well?
I don't really have any goals for myself. It's just whatever I go put on display, I'll be happy with it, give my all. I can only be happy with what happens on the back end. But as far as the team, we're shooting for a Rose Bowl. That's always been the mentality. That is the mentality. I feel like we have the opportunity. We've been through those situations where we just beat ourselves. We have the better team. It's more of a brotherhood. So as a team, we're shooting for a Rose Bowl.
Seemingly in an effort to sort of protect against some of the pre-snap penalties that were a problem for just upfront offensive, defensive last year for your team, one of the most penalized in Power 5. We've seen Coach Rod do the treats drill where you guys have sort of just watching the ball and not listening to the noises. Where do you see your group at right now with that? Are you guys where you want to be, or are you still sort of trying to make strides?
It comes down to situational. You see, like you said, Coach Rod, he's been drilling us on it hard. 2 weeks out, 2 weeks ago, we were getting pretty bad with it, so he's been drilling on us hard. But it comes down to situational ball and knowing, all right, if it's second and five, second and two, third and two, they're probably gonna go on two. So we have this call on the line. It's just called earmuffs. We do that every couple plays. We just let each other know just to watch the ball and not move on the sound of the quarterback, move on the ball.
But is it situational, or is it just every play having those earmuffs?
It's probably it's the situational aspect, and then every couple plays we just let each other know. You hear Coach Rod screaming, and then we echo it down the line, so on and so forth.
10 days away from facing off against NAU. Obviously, it's a team that took down Arizona a year ago, so obviously they got some ability there. How do you guys protect against perhaps overlooking an FCS team? Don't
give them any hope. That's it. Go out there and play smash mouth ball. You give them hope, that's where you start seeing them coming back, and they see themselves actually wanting to compete with us. So it's just that underdog mentality. When you give them a chance, they're going to take it and keep taking it and keep harping on it. So just go out there and smash them in the mouth. That's really been our mentality. Don't give them any opportunity or any hope.
What are some things that maybe jump out about the NAU offense and as you guys are starting to prep for that game?
They're the way they do the scoop blocks. They're really good with it. Like they get on each other's back, but I feel like we will be able to take care of it as a D line. But they're pretty good with scoop blocks.
Overall, what do you want to get out of that? Like other than the win, of course. What are the things that you guys want to get done in that Week 1 game?
Just mature as a team and just show that we're ready to go into Week 2. But we gotta get done with Week 1, honestly, and just play the first game together as a team. Really see what it looks like.
How important is that rotation going to be? Obviously, Rod likes to keep things, the rotation going, keep a lot of guys fresh, get a lot of guys snaps. How important is that to you guys? When you guys get that fourth quarter.
Having fresh guys that could go is really important, I would say, and we got that, so it's going to be good.
In terms of sort of a platoon system that Coach Rodriguez has sort of teased out as potentially taking place for the first 3 quarters at least, what is your sort of perspective?
I'm sorry. What was the first part of the question?
Coach Rodriguez has mentioned that using a platoon system between the first and second groups, at least for the first 3 quarters, is something that could happen at least early on in the season. What is your sort of take on that in terms of, while it does keep your guys fresh, is there any sort of disruption in continuity there, or is that something that really just won't play a factor?
No. You go out there, you have your opportunity, do what you can with it, and the next guy up. We're a pack. I just know, like, envious kind of feeling between any of us. You make plays, you make plays. I go out there and make a play, BJ made a play. BJ go out there and make a sack, I'm screaming my head off. I made a sack too. So it's just kind of a family mentality. We're not too, like, jealous. There ain't none of that in the room at all, no.
I know you said you're obviously tired of hitting on the offensive line. They're tired of hitting you, but what have you seen, from them, the growth in the offensive line?
I would say they're poised. They're not as emotional as far as, like, when we go after them on the D-line, Coach Rod keeps us on tip. So when I say on tip, he just keeps us on point. We're sharp. So clearly we're a hard D-line to deal with. But I've been seeing them. They've been picking up our games better. LD's tremendous. He's upgraded. I don't know how much. A lot. Iron sharpen iron with us. We're always going head to head. Dez, he's a great tackle. Another good addition. Who else came? Who am I thinking of? Chris from San Diego State. Another great player. We got some dogs on the O-line. I think we'll be pretty better than last year.
What kind of challenges does Emory present as in practice to try to chase him down? The guy who can make some plays with his feet. What kind of challenges does he have?
Elusiveness. He's elusive for sure. Rushing, you take a look, get back on the rush, he's out of there. He's out of there. And that's just something that comes with having a running quarterback. That's going to be most of the quarterbacks we play this year. They all are mobile, so I feel like that helps us as a D-line just to be able to keep him in practice on keeping the quarterback in the pocket.
What are some things that you got to do as a D-line to kind of keep that guy
contained
as much as you can?
Gap integrity, I would say. You get out of your gaps, he's out of there. If I'm in the B gap, I take a move to the A gap, or what's the word I'm looking for? Just unannouncedly, just take a step to the A gap, and it's a pass. He's out of the B gap. He's going to be out of there. I trust him more to do that. So that's why Coach Rod harps gap integrity a lot too.
Good deal.
Does that force you to stay more undisciplined, to make sure you're staying, in your gaps, in your plays when Emory's, on the field, you're going up against him in practice?
Yes. Yeah. I would say yeah.
Where's the whole group at with that? Are there times where you see some of the younger guys perhaps sort of go against that gap integrity, or are they all really starting to fall in line?
We're all in line with that. We all have our little nuances and days, but we're for the most part, we're all in line. Coach Rod got us in line with that one.